So, Fatman,
So sleazy.
hey, we started on time. I'm pretty sure this will be a very short show.
We started on time. We are not an indie show.
Well, apparently, Ring of Honor might be. Yeah, we'll talk about that on the wrestling show. Welcome, everyone. This is Sleazy.
This is the Fatman.
Welcome, everyone, to another wonderful episode. God damn, for a man who's said he was leaving the show permanently, he keeps coming back. The
Fuck you, I
current,
didn't say.
hang on, before we get to that, the current reigning, defending, disputed TWS Jeopardy Wrestling Champion, Mr. Ryan Williams, is here with us today.
Hi, yo. And
That might have been.
I'm sorry, my work, and I had a vacation week off. Like, I'm not doing After Dark this week because I'm trying to, like, Brock Lesnar this shit, okay?
Part-timer, motherfucker.
Somebody who loves doing After Dark but hates doing the Jeopardy side of it. Fuck you. We could do a Jeopardy episode every 2 weeks if we all learn how to do it because that shit is fun. That shit gets us views.
Hey, I have no problems it happening every 2 weeks. It's just a nightmare to actually do it while trying to actually play as well. That's my only complaint on it.
Well, we can news and rumors the TWS After Dark fed.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Who the fuck ever watches that? Fifth highest.
Kevin J. Callis.
Yeah.
Affirmative.
Maybe.
Affirmative, man. We put it over.
Got it over. Yeah.
But what?
Death Before Dishonor?
Oh, come on. Come in this with a better fucking mind, please.
Death Before Dishonor!
Hey, fuck you. I'm going to start. I said it to Fat Man. This was the best Ring of Honor show Tony Khan ever put off.
And I said to you, that's not saying much.
He did. But still.
Okay. Anybody watch the pre-show?
Clips of it.
Only
Or
thing I
all
want to say.
70 matches that were on it?
Okay, first and foremost, no. I know this is going to be a complaint, and I'm going to nip it right in the asshole right now. Asshole being the one that's,
That one.
right here.
Me.
This asshole. I'm going to say this once, and I'm going to listen to him bitch about it all night. The show was long. Okay, yes, it was 4 hours plus the pre-show, which had what, 4 matches? 3 matches?
4. One of them really went like 30 seconds.
Okay, so 3 1/4 matches. When you have 4 shows a year, it's okay to go 4 hours. It's not okay to go 4 hours when it's every goddamn month. That being said, I will agree with Fat Man in saying, and I'm gonna blow a spot anyway, I don't care. That there were edits that needed to happen on this show. I'll just leave it at that.
It was too fucking long.
Shocker. But I do want to point out MXN in fucking Ring of Honor on the dark pre-show. Okay, cool. But still, I love seeing them. I love seeing them get work. I can only imagine where they go from here.
Okay. Show opens with the Beast Mortos and Commander. 13 minutes and 31 seconds. The shortest match on the show.
And banger.
Okay, so I just before we went on the air, I found someone who did it. It was 411 Mania's Travis Hall.
Hold
He
on, I'm
gave
putting
it-
up Bleacher reports so we can have. I'll just tell you what the
okay.
rating was.
Okay, you do Preacher Report then, because this guy. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, anyway, it was a banger. It was a fucking great match. I gave it 4 stars. Absolutely fucking like I'll say. I woke up perfectly fine Sunday morning. Like, let me watch Ring of Honor. Turned it on and saw it went 4 hours and 48 minutes, and I went, fuck you. And I was so pissed. And I see this match, and I'm like, you know what? That was a really great match. I'm glad they opened with it. Should not have been on the show, but I'm glad they opened with it because it was a right choice for an opener, even though it should not have been on the show.
It goes back to what Ring of Honor does best, which is I don't care what the story is. Here's 2 fuckers doing
Foreign people, mind you, let alone just not regular.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
100%. And they've been doing that for years too, you know. Like, oh, here's some 2 random New Japan people that you've probably never heard of if you've never watched Japanese wrestling. Watch them tear it up for 15 minutes.
I just looked at Bleacher Report. They gave it an A-, so basically a 4 and some nonsense of a decimal.
Yeah.
I also agree. 4 stars. It was a great way to open the show. Lucha style's always going to be that situation where you're like, oh my God, what are they going to think of next? The awful waffle was pretty nice too. But yeah, there's just everyone flying around the ring. How can you not love it?
Yo, dog, I heard you like tag team matches.
I do.
ROH World Tag Team Championship, the Undisputed Kingdom versus the Conglomeration. 19 minutes and 41 seconds.
At no point did I think they were going to lose the belts because I just thought how that they weren't going to lose them. I didn't think they were going to lose belts and Roddy wasn't winning. I figured one or the other. And it's the same thing I had with the fucking Minions stable, the 2 matches they had. This match was fucking deadly. And again, me reading ROH results, it's not the same as watching TV, but it's enough that I'll know when they'll describe videos and vignettes. The collaboration, amazing stable of oddballs. It's fucking great. They inducted the baby, Little J, and I fucking near cried. I was like, fuck you guys for making me care. Like, so that match, but the tag match itself, that's stable, and honestly, it's fucking gold, dude. I'm trying. The last time I remember them having one was Scum versus Team Ring of Honor in the cage. It was a cage match, but I'm trying to remember what the name of it was. What Ring of Honor used to call it. See?
Yeah.
I think that's where they should go.
I think that's where they're headed, yeah.
I know. You talk, I'm going to go Google that fucking name.
No, that's what Sleazy's doing right now.
I'm literally doing that.
Okay, I'll talk. Ryan, remember how I said I had problems with 2 matches on this show?
What was wrong with this match?
I didn't realize this was a tornado match because for 19 minutes, 10 of it, the referee's just sitting like this watching double teams. And then, wait, where is it? Who was it? And then randomly Ishii just tags himself in. It's like, oh, didn't realize tags were a thing in this match. And then fucking O'Reilly tags Ishii in the wrong corner. Okay, whatever, cool. That's great.
It's AEW's Ring of Honor.
Like, cool. That's just sure. Why not? It was an okay match for a house show. I mean, again, at no point I ever thought that they were going to lose the match, but issues were AEW refereeing in an ROH match, and I'm never ever going to get over it. Make it make sense to me, and it doesn't. Like, yeah.
Honestly, 100% agree. I gave it 3.25 though. I still enjoyed it despite those flaws, and it's still Cage Warfare.
Cage Warfare.
Yeah.
Bleacher Report gave this a B+.
Okay.
All right. Anything more to add, Sleazy?
No, really.
Okay.
You pretty much said everything I was going to say too. So,
Texas Death Match: Leela Hirsch versus Dementi 15 minutes and 42 seconds. Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast.
Are you stoop that low? Stoop that low. Duct tape? Are you serious?
I knew you were gonna fuck him.
First of all, I love the duct tape spot, obviously. Thumbtacks. Holy shit. The table spot so early in the fucking match. This was just balls to the wall with these two. I did not. So, spoiler, Fatman and I talked about this last night after we were done with the Best Start in Sports period. Best Start in Sports period.
Best Start Shorts.
God,
Best Start Sports Shows period 2.
Whatever that show is. God damn it.
Put the shit over.
Right? Best darn sports show period 2.
Thank you.
There you go. Eventually I was going to get there. But we were talking about it because he had watched it and I hadn't yet. I watched it this morning. And he was like, yeah, there were some good matches. Obviously we'd talk about the show being too long. But you motherfucker didn't tell me how good this was going to be. God fucking damn it. 4.5. I love this.
What was it missing?
The only problem I have with it, the moonsault.
Yeah, she hurt herself.
Yeah.
Too close. She whacked her arm on the ladder.
Exactly. And God.
Yeah. I will preference this by saying these two ladies went out there and gave their bodies on the line. And the effort was just amazing. This is the second match, Ryan, where I had an issue.
So you had an issue with 2 of the best matches on the card.
No, they were not 2 of the best matches on the card.
Fuck you. This wasn't one of the best matches on this card.
Psychology. Shut up and let me explain.
Okay.
Psychology-wise, this was fucking a mess. Within the first 10 seconds, she goes to a table and she barely answers the 10 count at 9. So, psychology-wise, the next bump, she's gone. It's done. She takes the chair spot in the corner 2 minutes in. That should be it. That should be it. Nope. And the other issue with that spot is she's laying in the corner. She's not standing, and the referee's standing there, not counting her out. Not at all. Psychology-wise,
so she wasn't lying down. She was propped up.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She was not on her feet. She did not answer the count of 10. That's the rules of the match.
Are you
that
sure?
happened. That's what they said on commentary.
Did you pull out the rule book?
I pulled out the Canadian rule book.
Hey, Jack Tunney.
Where's PCO when you need it?
If Jack Tunney's signature's in that book, I can't fight it, man. That man, he knows his shit.
That happened multiple times. Like they put they gave it their all, man. Like I cannot fault them for that. But the psychology was just it was infuriating. I give it 4 stars because I thought it was absolutely fantastic. But if they just baseball. So if they would have just 1, slowed down, 2,
actually
had psychology around it, I would have given it better. But they fucking went balls to the wall. I was shocked. Ryan, another match that didn't necessarily need to be on this show, which was a banger.
100% disagree on that.
My honest to God problem with those issues, dude, if you're not watching or you're not even reading how TV's going and the tapings are going, I obviously absolutely understand why you think some of these matches shouldn't be on this card. But this has been feuded. And just to give you an example, you're thinking about pay-per-views, like how you talk about so many a year. I'm doing the scorecard as we're chatting out this, and I'm updating everything. Segue to the scorecard. Dickhead won the Ring of Honor. By Dickhead, I mean Sleazy. The next time there's a New Japan card, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, so me and Sleazy won the Ring of Honor pay-per-view as a tie in April. It is now July, and is their next pay-per-view. So, like, think of the amount of time of TV that you don't watch and no clue what the programming is outside of little bits that are really interesting that might pop up. That's going to evolve to make those matches make sense.
And you have a point, and you're 100% right. I don't watch the weeklies of Ring of Honor because, quite frankly,
They're paywall.
I don't
want
to paywall.
Watching them.
They're paywalled. So
fuck off.
why would I? So
no,
like,
I get they're not paying. Yeah.
So this was another match where I'm like, it was an absolute banger. Didn't necessarily need, like, if I would have known, yeah, 100%. Like this, okay, sure, but like, nah, I could have lived without this being on the show, even though it was a banger of the match.
This is the top 2 Ring of Honor women's wrestling matches of all time.
Wow. I was gonna go a little bit further down. I was gonna say this is the best U.S. women's match of the year so far.
I don't agree with that, but I can see your point, though. I can see it.
Here's the one thing that would literally solve every single problem Fatman has about the match. Didn't have to be a last man standing match.
Texas Death Match.
Right. It could have just been a street fight.
Yep.
And it would solve everything.
Yep. But since they were in Texas, they had to do a Texas Death Match.
Yeah.
Okay. ROH Pure Championship. Wheeler Yuta defends against Lee Moriarty. 19 minutes, 55 seconds. I thought it was a really good match. 3.5. Just like every Pure Rules match. I know Ryan's not a big fan of the big Pure Rules matches, but
this one was good. Fuck you.
I said it was good. I said it was really good. I'm just saying I know Ryan's not a big fan of it, but this one was good. Again, I don't watch the weekly, so I was surprised Moriarty won.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I'm happy that he won.
I'm gonna put it out there in the internet land now. I've gained an appreciation for the Pure division and the Pure title because of the NXT Heritage Cup.
Interesting.
Is a better way to look at it because I know they split it up. Like essentially, I'd count that a rope break. You know what I mean? As the weird logic goes. But I was surprised Yuta won. I guess they're gonna do something with him somewhere else because Moriarty's never on AEW and he's always on Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
So and Right Kid died.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think so too, especially if we get to news and room. Let's mention it now because Sleazy and I were kind of talking about this. No, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it after the show because we'll that's a deep dive. So we'll talk about it. Okay. Sleazy, go ahead. What'd you think?
First of all, this is going to be a rare me complimenting Tony Khan's booking, specifically the match order. Having this right after that Texas Death Match, fucking brilliant. And the reasoning behind that is you needed the dichotomy to bring the card, bring the crowd down a little bit.
The extreme.
But,
it's also the extreme of the matches. You got a hardcore match and a pure wrestling match.
Literally the opposite.
Yeah.
Love that dichotomy. I'm the one that really doesn't like Pure Rules. I really don't like those matches. It's very rare that I can really get into them. I gave this 3.5 stars. It was still a good Pure Rules match, but I didn't like it. Moriarty winning, perfect move, love it. I think Wheeler Yuta's going back to AEW and doing more stuff with the Combat Club.
ROH Women's Television Championship. Billy Starks defends against Red Velvet. 14 minutes, 55 seconds. Sleazy, the one wrestling enthusiast.
Oh, this was almost as good as the Texas Death Match.
You got to be kidding me.
You're damn right I am. God damn.
You got to be kidding me.
Like, we had that amazing. So, I'm going to say it here. Of the two matches, this one didn't need to be on the show. And I feel like of the two, they didn't really do a good job in the ring. There were there was a point where Red gets fucking lost.
They both got lost.
They both did, but you could tell that she was gone at one point. The injury angles was kind of stupid.
That
I don't like it. I really don't like it.
Okay, I will preface by saying then you shouldn't like it when Danielson does it every single AEW match.
I also don't like it. You know this. I don't like that.
Yes.
So yeah, whatever. Red Velvet winning was kind of okay, cool. I guess. I guess it's one title versus another. I don't know. Okay, match for a house show, and I think I'm being generous.
You are an overrating piece of shit.
Okay.
This was clearly the worst match on the show. I use this analogy a lot. It seemed like they were wrestling two separate matches. 1.5, and I think I'm being generous at that. Like it's just they were like I said, the injury tackle spot. I don't mind it because the lead up to the match, that's what Billy Starks was doing, but in this instance, it just didn't work. I don't know. It just was weird. Red Velvet winning, I'm okay with.
One of the for anybody that plays along with our scorecards too, another thing and a thought process that I had put in my head when we did our 365 one, which is predict the whole rest of the year. And one of the questions was, who is your Ring of Honor Women's Champion by the end of the year? My answer was Billy Starks, because she's going to be Athena for.
Yeah. It makes sense.
I think they're building to that slowly, which is great. So,
but they already did this tease once because Billy Starks already had a match against her, lost, and then Billy Starks won the women's TV title, and then like that's been what the storyline's been going now, right? Billy Starks is having that belt, and now's the Batista opera is the
Final
easiest way to call it.
It has to be Final Battle, right?
Yes, because that'll be 2 years.
So many shows.
Yeah, but as I look through the scorecard title history to give you an example, let's see where they are to. Supercard of Honor, Death Before Dishonor, Final Battle. Supercard of Honor, Death Before Dishonor, Final Battle.
So I got three.
Three really main ones, and then you're looking at if they decide to pop off a fourth one, they kind of could. So Athena holding that belt till Death Before Dishonor for Final Battle gives her a 2-year reign, and what a fucking win when Billy Starks beats her.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of this match?
I was okay with it. You know what I mean? Like,
I was okay with it.
It was fine.
It's fine. Yo, dog, I heard you like trios matches.
I do.
This is just an eliminator match. The Dark Order versus the Von Erichs and Dustin Rhodes. 14 minutes, 29 seconds.
Ryan, say it with me. Say it with me together. Ready? 3 words. Ready?
No. I like this match. Fuck you.
Wrong kids died.
No. Yes. Yes, but no.
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so let me do my thoughts first.
Okay, because I know where he's going.
Three stars. It was a good match. I'm surprised it was that good, to be honest. Nothing special, but it was solid. There's no way Jay Briscoe's winning the ROH World Title here. There's no way the Von Erichs were losing in Texas. The right kids died. Especially the next night, they won the fucking titles. So
that was why.
That was why it was telegraphed. You're a Dark Order, Mark. It was telegraphed.
Fuck off.
I am too. Absolutely.
They were unified and they split them up so they could give the fucking Von Erichs some stupid, ridiculous secondary titles that they were already unified.
By the way,
they are tertiary titles, sir.
Thank you. Even better.
Way, this also did not need to be on the show.
100% yes. Fuck this card.
You're out of your mind because I think you don't remember how long Ring of Honor papers used to be back in the day. I think you're blinded by it now.
They used to be 3 hours.
Mm-mm. No, they'd go 3.5. Ring of Supercard of Honor still fucking going on, you asshole. That was 7 years ago.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Anything under 4 hours these days is not a line pay-per-view anymore. It's the
not.
standard.
I'm still gonna bitch. I'm old. I'm old.
Get your goddamn walker out of the fucking shot.
The fact, I'll say this on air too. The fact that cock-sucking Tony Khan has 2 sets of trios titles and the Dark Order hasn't held either one of them is a fucking crime.
It's like Tony Khan doesn't know how to book wrestling shows. I don't know where that came from. Okay, whatever.
Should have put it on him with Hangman Page when they did that whole feud.
Yep.
They should have won him and lost him so quickly it didn't matter, but their name was attached to him. When Ring of Honor got bought, they should have been put over the right way because they went to Ring of Honor and they're fucking savages down there. Right? Like,
when the group was big enough and they did the Ring of Honor bit, every trios title should have been on a variation of that.
now we got Christian holding 3.
Sleazy, what do you think of this match?
It was fine. Fucking there to get a pop, the Von Erichs, and you had to throw fucking Dustin Rhodes in it and whatever. Fine. Nothing else.
Your star rating is just fine.
Ooh, right, I was doing that too, wasn't I?
Yeah. Just
hold on.
FINE period. That is my star rating.
FINE period. Okay.
Leah Hirsch and Diamante went A- on the website. Yuta and Moriarty went A-. Billy Starks and Red Velvet B+. And the Dark Order match was B-.
Survival of the fittest for the ROH Television Championship. Atlantis Jr. versus Sleazy's favorite wrestler, Leo Rush, versus Shane Taylor, versus Brian Cage, versus Lee Johnson, versus Johnny TV. 19 minutes and 12 seconds. Sleazy loves Leo Rush.
He should. Leo Rush is fucking deadly.
He is. They still hate him. I'm not going to let him. I am not letting him live that night down.
Hey, Sleazy. Before you speak, I got a A or B.
Ooh.
Leo Rush or Logan Paul? Ha! That's a good one, actually.
Leo Rush is a self-centered asshole. Logan Paul is an asshole. So
So people can't redeem themselves?
Of course they can.
Logan
He
Paul,
hasn't
Leo
done
Rush,
it.
though.
Neither one has done it. Leo Rush is my pick.
All right, match.
Remember how Survival of the Fittest used to be a fucking tournament?
Yes and no. Because it still did the tournament shit, didn't it? Like, I thought there was qualifying matches.
There were no qualifying matches. There were no qualifying for this. It's fine. It was a good.
Fuck sakes, dude.
Right?
I'm the one bitching about it, but he's rating it less than I am.
Right? 3 stars. I thought there were some good moments of the match. I'm always a fan of the fact that you're always going to do elimination matches when you do multi-mans. I do prefer that if you're going to do them. I hate one fall to a finish, but I understand why they do them because it's quicker to just finish the match that way. But
Finish him.
Right. I was surprised that Atlantis Jr. won. No. I thought they were actually going to put it on somebody else so they could get rid of Atlantis Jr. from Ring of Honor.
He just won it.
Well, that's what I thought they were
going to transitional champion.
Yeah, I thought they were going to throw on like Leo Rush or somebody.
Right, but they want to keep their relationship with CML out tight.
That's fine.
That's the only reason why
they can sacrifice the Ring of Honor TV title.
They can sacrifice the Ring of Honor TV title because it's on a television show that no one watches anyway. So
it's literally a television title for no TV.
Right.
It's stupid.
Okay. 3 3/4. I nothing special, but I enjoyed it. It was really good. That's it. That's my notes.
It was only the second time a title has been contested in a survival of the fittest. It was the first time that there was no qualifying matches.
Mhm.
And it was the first time a title was defended. Because the last year when they did it was Carl Fletcher won the vacant title.
Right.
That's what started the Johnny TV Dalton Castle feud.
Right.
Poor boys.
Poor boys. Poor Dalton. Dalton's on the
Yeah.
injured
Well,
list
I
too.
got that too, and using rumors. Ryan, what do you think?
I loved it. It was Ring of Honor chaos at its finest for Survival of the Fittest. Even without like all the stuff that they would normally do, it was bang, 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 and everybody got a shine one way or another for as long as that match was. Bleacher Report gave it a B.
ROH Women's Championship. Athena defends against Queen Amonetta. I it's probably wrong, but I can't read my own handwriting. 20 minutes and 15 seconds. Sleazy is the Women's Wrestling Enthusiast. Third time.
Right.
Ring of Honor's on fire with the women's match, and all three women's matches were good.
Fuck
2 out of
you.
3 of them were good. This was just
2
good.
out of 3.
Talking about there's no way Jay Briscoe's going to lose the Ring of Honor Women's Championship.
Yeah.
Miss fucking Texas Athena is not going to lose in her home state.
Not at all.
They gave her the right fucking opponent, though. I thought they really did a fucking really good job. The Queen damn near botching a fucking Tiger Driver was fucking gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it was a pretty solid just defense. I believe at this point, this is the second longest actual run for Ring of Honor.
Behind Joe?
Behind Joe and the
on it, hold on.
I'm pretty sure hers is the second longest now. Because Joe's was like a year and a half.
It was like 700 days or something like that, I think.
Athena stands currently at 598 days. Each of you give me a guess on Joe.
I had 700 or something. Like 749.
749.
I would get it's less than that. It's like 630.
Sleazy wins 645.
Ooh.
It was the third title reign of the Ring of Honor World Championship. Remember who we lost it to?
Give me a year.
2004.
Oh, that doesn't help me. Punk.
Yeah.
No,
it wasn't.
Punk was the guy who took the belt after.
Yeah, it was
the first man to ever be a two-time.
There you go. It was Austin Aries.
Yeah.
I was going to drop the two-time Ring of Honor champion. Was the next hint in the middle of it?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that this was actually match of the night. 4.25. I thought it was a great match. I think this match kind of proves Athena is actually in the running for Women's Wrestler of the Year. To be honest, she's just putting on great matches and no one's really talking about her. She could be like the underrated Women's Wrestler of the Year and the Women's Wrestler of the Year. She's just so solid. Everything she does turns to gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this.
One of the biggest question marks of her career was her entire run in WWE. Because she's
main roster. Main roster.
I should be clear.
Yeah.
Main roster WWE.
Yep.
Like she was really good on in NXT,
yeah.
but I don't know why they dropped the ball with her. I really don't. So good.
Ryan.
I still don't understand how you didn't think all the women's matches on this card were great.
Because they weren't. That's why.
2 out of 3 of them were really good.
Sleazy, would you rate this?
I gave this 3 3/4.
Okay. All right, Ryan, go ahead.
It's hard to not say long title reigns get stale because honestly, in the past couple of years, that's all we've been fed, and they're the most memorable ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you on that. I think it sucks for her that you're behind a paywall most times to watch Ring of Honor, like the weeklies without like the clips. we're also blessed that we have got to see most of this feuds through Instagrams and Twitters because they're sharing the stuff and everything's going down. She probably deserved it before that, but none of us said her as women's wrestler of the half year. And now that you put it in my head, it's hard pressed to say you're not right unless whatever comes out of the two current women's champions.
Right, like
because Bayley still won the fucking Rumble and the world title at WrestleMania.
Right,
that's a pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm. ROH World Championship. Mark Briscoe defends against Roderick Strong. 19 minutes 35 seconds. I'll start. Sleazy, 3 words.
Wrong kid died.
Fuck your finish.
Oh yeah, 100% yes.
Fuck the dead guy's finish.
And fuck the dead guy's finish.
Fuck the dead guy's finish.
Match was good, but again, nothing special. 3 stars, good, solid main event, but it was what it was. Like, guess, yeah, 3 stars. I mean, that's all I gotta say for a main event of ROH. It was good, solid, cool.
I love the commentary stat as they were talking about the match. I have in my notes here. The last 2 matches Roderick Strong had in Ring of Honor before he left for the WWE was against Mark and Dalton.
Yep.
And then he beat Dalton to earn the shot, and Mark with the title on the line. I think that it was good. It was good. Right. You're absolutely right that once again, no fucking way Mark Briscoe's losing the Ring of Honor World title here.
Not a chance.
I think he's going to hold it for quite a bit longer. I mean, minimum final battle, probably not till next year. Will he actually drop it? In my opinion. And it's going to be a big deal when he does. I thought the match was good, but it how can I put this? It didn't get into that next gear that you normally get with like a really good Ring of Honor main event. Mm-hmm. But it was 2 fucking stalwarts here. I mean, my God. And it just really didn't feel like it was like that next level main event like Ring of Honor is used to having. I still gave it 4 stars. I thought it was
Jesus overrated.
I thought it was really good.
But it was the match was fine. It was good. 4 stars.
No, it
was fine. 4.5 stars.
It was an expectation thing for me, I guess. I guess that's where my, objectively speaking, it was a good match. But from a subjective perspective, I didn't feel like that it went that extra mile, that a Ring of Honor main event with that much history and that much feeling with 2 like literal Ring of Honor originals. I don't know. It's hard to put it into words other than to say that it didn't feel right. But objectively, it was a good match.
Ryan.
To me, I was more blinded. Hey, baby. To me,
more ways than one, sir.
I was more honestly blinded in the Ring of Honor nostalgia and what was in that ring. Like when you legitimately think about us when we first started watching Ring of Honor and all of that stuff and the people and the names. Generation Next, Roger Strong. The Briscoes have been there fucking forever, dude. Like, I look past, I guess, good or bad or whatever on this match, and to me, it was just this is a Ring of Honor main event, and fucking loved it.
And I get it, and I totally understand where you're coming from. It felt strange, just I don't know.
Even the opener, I was like, that was a great opener, but it was a weird Ring of Honor opener. Yes. And then I go looking at like old Ring of Honor cards and seeing that kind of stuff, and usually like say you're Jack Evans and stuff like that. So like it wasn't really. And then the Ring of Honor TV title happened, and I was like, Lannis Jr. What a weird champion. And I brought it up just like to give you an example. They always go with weird champions.
Yes.
El Generico was a foreigner that held it.
Fucking Canadians.
Tomorrow Ishii in
Yeah,
2016.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's these 3 straight, and they want William Ospreay.
I don't know who that guy is.
Marty Skrull. Well, he held it for 2 days on a tour and dropped it to Marty Skrull, who dropped it to Kushida.
God damn now.
This guy Punisher Martinez, foreigner.
He never turned. He never did anything.
He's a fucking foreigner.
Who dropped it to Mantaz from Lucha Underground.
Oh, Jeff Cobb. I was what?
I don't know.
Wait a second.
Dragon Lee held the fucking thing for near 500 days.
Pandemic.
Who'd he ever beat?
So
I'm just coming. Yeah. So outside of that, Tony Deppen, which is the weirdest
one. Yep.
Yeah.
And Minoru Suzuki held this belt, and Tony Deppen's the weird one.
Yes.
Right.
Overall thoughts on the show?
Greatest Ring of Honor show Tony Khan has ever had.
It wasn't bad. It really wasn't. Too fucking long. I will always say it. Too fucking long. Some of these matches did not need to be on it. Don't care if they only have 3 matches a year or 3 matches a year. Seems like they only have 3 matches.
Wow.
3 shows a year. Don't care. The show was too fucking long. But it was still good. Like it was still good.
An idiot sometimes.
I know. It was a really good show.
He'll bitch about a new fucking car slamming him in the fucking ass.
Hey, if it was a new car hitting me in the ass, it's their fault, not mine. So yeah,
but you still bitch about it.
They hit me. Of course I will.
And then you get the insurance payout.
Doesn't matter. I'm still going to bitch about it.
Yeah, of course. You'd bitch about, it wasn't enough money and shit like that. You'd kick if you were hung with a new rope.
No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it on there. Okay.
That was a cunt move, dude.
Well, I mean, we were talking about Logan Paul earlier, so.
Okay. He just filmed a supposed dead body in the woods, okay? Like, you didn't even know if it was a real dead body.
Here's the thing. If that thing happened in Germany, Sleazy wouldn't care.
Oh, disagree. Hard disagree.
Nah, you think that if Logan Paul went to a gas chamber and had a face pop up, that would be okay? Cause
I have a problem when you for a while there was a whole subset of Instagram that were taking fucking glamour shots at Auschwitz. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
My buddy went in front of the Chris Benoit house when we went down to WrestleMania and did that.
Okay. News and rumors. That's Sleazy and I talked about this last night. There's a rumor going around that the AEW TV deal's done. AEW is going to Max, while ROH actually got a TV deal to go to True TV or Discovery.
Deadly.
We kind of, in a roundabout way, we said it's best for both.
Yeah, we started with, is it really good? And then I started looking up households.
And then we're like, ROH is getting maybe 1,000 people watching a week, if they're lucky. Like, and now, my cat just took a massive shit. Oh, that stinks. Now, like, if they're going to be on just True TV or Discovery.
Yes, Discovery.
Yes. Then they're going to get about 600,000 viewers. Well, that's 680, whatever. 600,000, which is better than what they're getting now, which means more ad revenue. And Max, like 10 years ago, we said, WrestleMania on WWE now, it's going to kill them. They're not going to make it. And look at them now. So,
2 nights.
So being on Max is going to help AEW tremendously. So
more households have access.
So ratings wouldn't matter for AEW like they do now, because I still believe right now ratings matter for AEW. But if they go to Max, game over.
Yeah, because they're not. Well, they are still getting ad revenue.
Yeah.
but it's max ad
Max
revenue. It's
revenue.
not
Yes, not TNT ad revenue.
right. And that's an interesting point here too. Is it's very similar to the Netflix deal. Now, obviously,
What?
we're talking about this as if it's happened.
Right.
Literally speaking,
This is
everyone's
a rumor.
talking like, yeah, it's a handshake deal. It might
It's a
be
rumor.
different, but blah blah blah. But all signs have already been pointing to them putting AEW on Max. Here's my thing. I have Max. I have Netflix. I don't have access to USA, TNT, TBS. And I'm not alone in that. Mainly because it's stupid expensive to get those channels.
WWE going to Netflix for me is fucking golden.
Right.
Golden.
Yeah, and for me, it gives me a way to watch it. Now, will I hashtag watch the product? Absolutely not. But at least I have access to it. And more importantly, AEW's pay-per-views are going to be way more accessible, supposedly with this.
Supposedly, they're going to be on Max too.
And if that's the case, I'm all in.
Now, I do want to talk about what Tony Khan said during the Death Before Dishonor pre-conference. I don't know what the fuck it was called.
Yeah, it was their. They did a
basically saying that somehow a WWE insider or somebody from WWE was telling people that the AEW TV contract is done, and Tony Khan goes, "It's not done yet. We're still to go. I don't understand why WWE is so obsessed with me." But I'm like, time out, bro. WWE doesn't care that your TV deal's done. Two, that person probably just heard the same rumor everybody else heard. There's that.
It's Donovan Dijak.
Three, I want to go out saying that this is the greatest deal ever, and then say, "No, we're still negotiating." Just be like, "That's none of WWE's business." That's
still
it.
Negotiating.
And you're the one putting fucking WWE's name in your fucking mouth every week, so shut the fuck up. They don't care about you. Never have, never will. Like,
you're forgetting the main demo. You need to bash the other guy.
If you're talking about,
you can say that all you want, but this is what Tony Khan wanted. This is what he wants because he thinks that's what's going to garner him fucking views. It's absolutely right. Sean said it 100% better than I could. Clickbait. It's always going to be about clickbait. And when you have the AEW fans, they're constantly going, "Oh, he said WWE bad. Yes, yeah, we agree with that. Yeah." You know, it's just going to I can't believe I'm saying this. But it's very similar to a certain political person.
Okay. Yeah.
You're garnering the support not because they're supporting the product. They're garnering the support because it's against everybody else. This is my little niche. This is my promotion. You are trying to fuck with my promotion. I don't like that. I'm loyal to this promotion. That's why you see a lot of people are always constantly standing up against anything that's bad press for AEW because it's exactly that. Because inherently, their fan base is all about fuck you. This is my special thing.
Cool.
Right?
Sky Blue is set to undergo surgery on her ankle, I think.
Her
Yeah.
and Kyle Fletcher. The big news about that, in my opinion, was I didn't realize her and Kyle Fletcher were together.
I didn't realize that either.
Surprise!
Lucky fuck.
Right? Yeah, they were on.
I just saw this. Bill Goldberg says Tony Khan reminds him of a male version of Dixie Carter.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's true, but if Goldberg's calling your ass out, oh god. That's funny.
Yeah, that was probably part of the big interview with Chris. What is his name? The
Van Vliet.
Van Vliet. Thank you, Chris Van Vliet. He just did a huge interview with him. He was talking about Bret Hart and how they haven't talked in a while and how he got him a job somewhere. I can't remember where, but they still don't talk because they're still pissed at each other or some bullshit. Oh, it was a whole thing. That's basically my take was a huge fucking yawn.
Yeah, whatever. Ray Phoenix's AEW contract expires later this year, which we already knew because there were rumors that Penta is going somewhere else.
Where does he go? Do they go to WWE?
I don't think so.
NXT Mexico.
Ariba. I would suggest that if they go anywhere, it's going to be New Japan. Because it's the only place that they really, really, really haven't put their mark on outside
But
of
they
WWE.
don't need to at this point.
They don't need to, but I think that's the most amount of money they'll get without continuing on in AEW. And we're also assuming they don't re-sign eventually.
Right. Yeah, they could.
Because them and the Bucks are very close, so that wouldn't be surprising if they resign.
Ali Baba the Butcher has apparently been hospitalized last week with intestinal problems.
I hope he gets better.
Your face.
I have scorecard updates. Like I have like the rest of the love you. I have the rest of the like the updated title history.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I had to get my cheese balls.
Fat fuck.
You fat fuck. You fat fuck.
So it's been a while since I updated like the actual history of everything. Last couple of cards we had Death Before Dishonor was won by Sleazy. I won Slammiversary. Fucking Chip, kind of point out, who's never won fuck off, has been coming out of nowhere. He won against our odds. He won the indie show. He won our first scorecard and hasn't done nothing since. So he's banging out scorecards. Denver Peters, another one. He won an early one, hasn't done nothing. He's up. He won NXT Heatwave. Heavy G won Money in the Bank. I won Forbidden Door, Clash of Castle. As it stands, 4 people can get a Grand Slam championship with a New Japan Pro Wrestling win the next time New Japan has a card. Fat Man gets his first. Sleazy would get his second. And I would get my fourth. There's only 3 people. I'm sorry, not 4. 3 people. Yeah.
Fuck you and your fourth.
So between the 3 of us, and the next New Japan one comes up, if either one of us wins us, one of us is getting a Grand Slam championship out of it.
I'm getting my second before Fat Man gets his first. Calling it now. Calling my shot.
That's probably most likely true if I actually do a scorecard. Apparently,
Listen to this motherfucker.
Apparently, Triple H and Nick Khan went to London to meet with their mayor about possibly bringing WrestleMania to London.
3 p.m. WrestleMania?
Not happening.
It says things are off to the mayor of London said things are off to an exciting start. Funny, the mayor of London, his last name is also Khan. There's a lot of Khans out there.
Khan Super Usable?
So okay, you went the racism. I was going to go.
I went King of the Hill.
I went. There's a bunch of con men in wrestling.
Thank you. Carney fucks.
I went King of the Hill, you piece of shit.
Junior.
WWE went 3-0 or at Bloodsport?
Yes.
3-1. 3-1.
Yeah, and MVP showed up. Before we continue on from the London thing, I would say What they could do is have one night in London and the second night someplace else.
Jet lag.
Jet lag might happen, yes. But if they're doing it one in London and one in Barcelona, or one in London, one in Rome, one in London, one in Cardiff, one in London, do another Berlin. There could be multiple places where it's not that far away.
I can see that. I mean, if you don't have like, say, what we had last year with Cody wrestling and Roman wrestling both nights, you can split that card up. You could theoretically do that.
Yes.
I mean, you could do it in America if you really wanted to.
Do one in London, one in the U.S.?
No, I'm talking about like right now. You could do one in New York, one in Los Angeles. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Or you go back to WrestleMania 2 all over again.
I don't think they will do that, but it's intriguing to think about. Especially overseas would be a better option to do that. I would.
Can you imagine if that's what they did with WrestleMania 2 instead of the same day? That's why WrestleMania 2 was so critically panned.
Yeah, because they did it all in one night.
Yeah.
But if you do that,
it felt like 3 house shows.
Basically.
Like
the greatest hits.
Like, if they wanted to be really kind of stupid about it, they could do it in different stadiums around London because they have a shit ton of fucking stadiums.
Yeah, Wembley.
Like,
you got
Wembley,
O2.
you can. Well, the O2's an arena, but you can do Wembley. No, they'll do stadium. They can do Wembley. They can do like Tottenham Hotspur Stadium where they do the NFL games. They got Newcastle Stadium. They got freaking Arsenal. They got all these stadiums around London that they could do one in one stadium, one in the other. I don't think they'll do that either, but 2 sets, and that's another thing too, cost-wise doing it, but easier to set up 1 than 2. Just depends on how much money they would make, really, theoretically. It's worth a shot to try.
I disagree doing it both in London if you're going to do 2 venues.
Right, it
doesn't make sense to do it.
No, it doesn't.
But doing it in 2 different cities, it does, in my opinion. I think that there's going to be a lot of logistical challenges doing it in the same city, but 2 different venues. A lot of extra money for no extra benefit.
2 extra venues set up is the nonsense.
Yeah.
In the same city.
Tony Khan on Super Show with WWE would love it if that were possible. It is possible. Just shut the fuck up. Anyway.
Jordan Grace listens to our podcast.
Does she?
She has to. She made a comment about a world's collide between NXT and TNA.
Mm-hmm. Friend of the show, Jordan Grace.
Jeff Jarrett says he'd be open to the idea of possibly buying TNA again.
I think he was going to make it. Okay, let's go down that rabbit hole. Conspiracy theory. Remember how we were talking before that Scott D'Amore basically had a letter guaranteeing money to buy TNA before he got basically booted? What if the co-signer on the loan was Jeff Jarrett? And that was part of the reason why they were like, no, you're not taking this company back to Jarrett.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't know you're a huge conspiracy theorist.
Stupid, ridiculous.
But that could actually be possible. Like, that one's be the one I'm like, that I could buy. That literally, oh, pun intended, buy. Like, I can see that happening. That is it for news and rumors.
Yeah, hold on. He got me going down this rabbit hole now.
Well,
he loves rabbits.
We got So first and foremost, once again, I do want to put over because we kind of fucked it up. The best darn sports show, period. Two.
Yeah, you got that right. You
Good
didn't
stuff.
suck this time.
Are you sure about that?
You always
Obviously, I was on last night along with Fatman and Heavy G. We did a pop-up show regarding the Olympics and history Olympics, current Olympics. It was really fun. So glad I was able to do it. Check it out. Check out the replay on the Facebook page.
The My Face
The
page.
Book of Face. But yeah, I had a wonderful time. So thank you both for both Heavy G, who's not on the show right now, but Heavy G and Fatman for having me on.
Heavy
really,
G's
really
getting smallpox. I still got to say that joke.
he did
As
it at
Ryan's
least 3
licking
times.
his fat fucking fingers.
And cheese
All
balls
I'm,
waiting.
all I'm hearing is.
He's just surprised it's not me doing that. That's the Ryan.
I got Googled best wrestling conspiracies and then put Reddit there because, you know, that's exactly where we go for everything.
Mhm.
And I put best comments. First one was, I don't believe that Vince Russo was undercover, but I do believe Vince McMahon sent him to WCW knowing what would happen.
Okay.
You see what I mean? Like,
it's dumb.
The next one is really good. When CM Punk showed up on Raw and was sent back by Vince McMahon, but before that, he met with Triple H. What did they talk about? Right after that, Punk went to AEW and purposely got himself fired shortly thereafter and then went back to WWE.
Yeah. I'm not sure I like that.
No.
Macho Man, Stephanie.
Yeah, we aren't about that.
Recent. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon are actually the ones that leaked the info about Vince McMahon.
I can see that.
I could definitely see that because they had a financial stake in
In the company.
him getting out. Yeah.
Yep. I can see that. Well, here you can go further down that rabbit hole. Stephanie resigned, and then that information came out, so she knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
She knew it was coming. That's why she resigned to save face. So,
WWE released a wave of dudes like Keith Lee because they saw how quickly AEW was signing free agents. And AEW swept in their hottest moments, signed like 20 WWE guys, and then nobody's doing nothing. I've heard that WWE did a bunch of releases around that time when they saw it, just to see. And it was really good business practice because they knew these guys were going to get hired.
if they're not you, let's be honest. Keith Lee peaked in NXT. In WWE, he peaked. His main roster run was terrible. They tried for a little bit, and he did get over a little bit, but it didn't work. So they released him. I mean, I can kind of see that. I can buy it. I don't agree with it, but I can buy it by that happened.
These next ones are really good. Kevin Sutherland murdered the Benoit family and framed Chris. That one always pops me up because I was saying that for years. This guy refuses to believe the ending of the 2005 Royal Rumble was a botch. Because it went so perfect.
Yes. When I first saw it, I'm like, that had to be planned. That was 100% planned. And then when I heard that it was a botch, I was like, I even believe, like, no, that was planned. That had to be. So, but, yeah.
Wow. WWE wants to act like Stephanie McMahon invented women's wrestling in 2016, and that's why Cyndi Lauper isn't in the Hall of Fame. They don't want to talk about Wendy Richter or letting Muda kill a new legitimate style of women's wrestling in its crib. Wow. Oh my God.
Sean,
And the
Batista
winner
won that year.
and the winner. I won't read any more after this one. And the winner and the Reddit comment of the week. A network of secret criminal agents and on-screen talent conspired to keep the Intercontinental Championship off of Sami Zayn for so long.
But he won it before.
In between. For so long.
But he was in. Okay.
Remember when he was going around with his conspiracy theory gimmick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Sorry, Sean. Batista won it that year. In 2005.
This sucks. How come I don't get to see the chats?
You just hit chat.
No, dude. I'll show you the chat. It sucks.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Because when I was running one of the shows, I couldn't see the chats either.
Are you?
I'm you.
Oh yeah. I don't know why that's the case.
Because you
That's
suck.
strange.
Who was supposed to win? Batista, Sean. Batista.
So one of the other things, and I'm going to play around with it today, in here. But are you guys familiar with Mandela effects?
The Mandela effect, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, for those who aren't, it's like a mass confusion or mass thinking of something actually happened, but really didn't happen that way.
Like the
Bernstein.
Shawshank Redemption
Bernstein,
not getting 7 Oscar nominations.
right.
Yeah.
Berenstain Bears is another one. I have 9 of them that are wrestling related.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's go.
Ready? The first one, and I literally had to go look this up because I was like, no. Ultimate Warrior.
There was 2.
No, there's one.
I love that one.
There is another piece of lore regarding that. Did you know the Ultimate Warrior had a tattoo?
I did know that, actually, yes.
Most people do not think he has a tattoo. He has a tattoo. And I had to go look for a picture of it.
Where?
It's on his right bicep.
Yeah.
And
Never.
I'll show you.
Would have lost money on that bet.
I knew that because I remember seeing it one time being all like, that's weird.
What the hell is that? Yeah. And let me see if I can get a little bit better picture of it. It's not easy to find because when you search warrior tattoo, it's other people doing the warrior thing. But this is the one that I can find right here. It's literally a tattoo on his right bicep. That's one. Where's my?
Yeah, we got 8 more. Let's go.
Yeah, right. The 2022, they held the last pay-per-view of Hell in the Cell, right?
Okay.
Is it called Hell in the Cell or Hell in a Cell?
Hell in a Cell.
So many people believe that the name of the structure was Hell in the Cell. And actually, believe it or not, in the original promotional pieces of the 2013 match, they found Hell in the Cell.
Interesting.
Another more stupid one, but it relates to Fat Man and I. Remember Muhammad Hassan?
Hey,
I remember.
Should have been a world champion, but UPN is a bunch of fucking idiots.
I remember.
Well, that's a good segue to this. During a feud with The Undertaker, 5 men in balaclavas.
Is it
They were
Baklava?
dressed up in black.
They were dressed up in black, came down the ring, beat down The Undertaker, and carried Hassan's lifeless body back up the ramp. The segment aired in the UK at the same time as a terrorist attack targeted London Underground.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was
What I hate about that whole story, because they took him off TV until the pay-per-view.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I hated the fact that SmackDown was taped 2 days in advance, sent all the way over in the UK. However they did it back then. Because it probably wasn't as greatly digital as we think it is now. You know what I mean? So they would have had to send it over. Even if they had known, what are you pulling the whole episode? Because you can't pull a snippet of it. And you can't not show something.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They could have just edited it. Whatever.
UPN should have fucked off.
Right. So I told you what happened. Right?
Sure.
5 men came down the ring, beat down the Undertaker, carried Hassan's lifeless body back up the ramp.
Wasn't it Tavares?
You are correct. It was the Tavares. Hassan prayed to have them come down.
Doesn't make it any better.
No, not at all. In fact, it probably made it worse. But most people remember it's Hassan going back up, not Tavares.
Yeah. I knew that one. Fuck you.
Here's a more common one that obviously Fatman and we know this one pretty well. Spell Kurt Henning's last name.
Henning?
No.
No N.
No N.
Hennig.
IG.
And many, many people, because of just how English is, think it's ING. Remember the whole promo?
I'd lose all of my money
Yeah, right?
on Jeopardy.
See? Remember CM Punk bringing back the ice cream bars?
Apparently not.
Never happened.
Nope.
Never happened. They did do it, but not then.
Yeah, CM Punk makes a comment, and it was a couple years later or something.
It was many years later, and it was a promo with good humor.
Yep.
Remember that big, huge spot where D-Generation X rides a tank to WCW Nitro?
It was a Jeep.
It was
a Jeep.
Yep.
Everyone thinks it's a fucking tank. It was never a tank. It was a Jeep. Okay. That's gotta be Kane. That's gotta be Kane.
It was Vince McMahon. It wasn't Jim Ross.
You are correct. It was Vince McMahon and not Jim Ross. Many people believe it's Jim Ross.
Man, shout out to Kevin J. Callis, affirmative. Some of these it would have been good fucking trivia questions.
Right? Remember the iconic Rockers breakup where Shawn Michaels super kicks Marty Jannetty?
No, he didn't. Marty flew through the window.
You are correct.
Bobby Heenan. Well, I was going to pull a Bobby Heenan thing. That he tried to jump through the window.
Well,
no,
frankly,
he wasn't super kicked. Michaels threw him through the window.
Exactly, but many people believe that he super kicked him through the window.
No,
actually, Bobby Heenan was closer than what people remember, which is hilarious. Okay, this is the last one, and this is the one that started all this. Who's the tallest member of the Shield?
Roman Reigns.
Batman?
Why do I want to say Ambrose?
The tallest member of the Shield is John Moxley, Dean Ambrose.
Uh-huh.
He is an inch taller than Reigns is. And only 3 inches taller than Rollins. They're almost exactly the same height, within a couple of inches of each other, which is absolutely shocking if you go back and think about it. Wasn't Reigns like so much taller than everybody else? No, he wasn't. He was shorter. It's craziness. But yeah, we'll go deeper into those probably on a Reddit show because I love that shit. That's my fucking crack. That and conspiracy theories are always my thing. Ryan, put yourself over.
Ryan Buckgotcha on Reddit and Twitter. Sleazy Fatman on the Instagram because we're always posting random shit. After Dark's in a couple of weeks, boys. I'll go back to work next week and not on vacation. But I'm not doing an After Dark this week because, fuck it. Mostly weekly episode.
No, Sean, they were not promoting. They made a Jeep that looked like a tank.
Yeah, it was
kind of itch.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I love showing the actual Jeep because this is hilarious.
The tank, yeah.
The big tank. Okay. Ready, guys? This was the big tank. Look at that tank. That's why people think it was a tank is because of this. But it was just a Jeep. It was just a fucking Jeep. That's all it was. Hey.
Do you know the Godfather and Val Venus never had an official name, but the Mandela effect is they were called supply and demand.
Well done. I think that was just somebody making it up, but I love it either way. I'm at TWS Sleazy. We are Sleazy Fatman on X, Instagram, Threads, TikTok. Please like and follow us there, really. You can find our videos here at twitch.tv/SleazyandTheFatman, youtube.com/SleazyandTheFatman, premium content, onlyfans.com/The Wrestling Show. Like and subscribe on your favorite platform. Click that notification icon on YouTube because that lets you know that we're going live. Explore more content at thewrestlingshow.com, including articles, merch, and so much more. As we announced last week, I'll send a thing in the chat for you. As we noted last week, we are no longer hosting our normal shows on Podbean, on Spotify, so on and so forth. If we're going to do a special show, you'll find them on Spotify, but our normal episodic show is no longer going to be on Spotify. If you want to see the show or you want to listen to the show, you can find us on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook Live, etc., etc., etc. But either way, make sure we're going to really start pushing towards different things. Like, for instance, we're going to go deeper on TikTok. So if we get that level on TikTok, we'll go live on TikTok as well. So absolutely get your friends, tell a friend, tell a wrestler, telegram, whatever. But seriously, like and subscribe on all of our platforms. It really, really does help us out. So with thanks to Ryan, a fuck you to Dietz who chipped all over this. Heavy G who's
Hey, I got Dietz's back. Hope you step on a Lego.
Right? Heavy G who's currently off getting smallpox, apparently, according to Fatman. And as always, for Sleazy.
For the Fatman.
This is the Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
Fuck Dave Meltzer. We haven't said it on this show. And Ryan runs away. Fuck Tony Khan, his alleged coke habit. Hot dogs on a sandwich. A sub is on a sandwich. A burger's on a sandwich. A taco and burritos. A burger is a sandwich, is what I meant to say. Taco and burritos are not sandwiches. Also, next week we are reviewing one of the biggest shows of the year, Summerfest?
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain in the game. The bloodshed in your name. When there's nothing to